advanced. Some of the beginning students may want to skip this one. It'll be in everybody's best interest if you do that. Strictly because I've not gotten into any of the rudiments or anything like that. This is a more advanced drumming video. I wanted to talk just a little bit about some cool fill ideas. A fill, as if you're an advanced drummer, you know, is kind of like a lead into a chorus or a lead out of a chorus, or it's kind of like a little bridge between drum parts so that you're not just switching straight from like, oh, here's the hi-hat part, here's the ride cymbal part. So that's mostly what fills are used for. And so today I wanted to talk about rudiments in the fills and using rudiments to your advantage, because I can't count how many times I've had students say, well, why do we have to learn these rudiments? Like, I'm not going to use those later on. I had a student who dropped out because he did not want to learn the rudiments. And I begged him, like, you know, dude, look, I promise this will benefit you later on, to learn these now and just to learn them. I know it's boring learning them on the snare drum, but once you master that and can move that around the kit, it's highly beneficial. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how to use some of those rudiments that we learn, you know, as our basic snare drum concepts, and expand that out to the rest of the kit to make for some cool fill ideas. So the first one is going to be my personal favorite. It's a PARADIDDLE-DIDDLE. So that's going to be right, left, right, right, left, left. And that is a non-alternating rudiment, which means if you start on the right hand, your next one around is going to start on the right hand because it ends on the left hand every time. So it's right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, and so on. So I'm going to play that. I'm going to change the view so you can see overhead here. And I'm going to play it on the snare, and then I'm going to move it around the kit and kind of build it up bigger and bigger. So it'll start on the snare drum. And then I'll add the toms in, and then I'll also add bass drum accents, which is kind of the coolest thing to do with it. It just gives it a little bit more punch. So when you would accent the right hand, you also accent the bass drum. So I'll show you that next. So as you can see, that one's pretty versatile. You can pretty well move it all around the kit. And with those bass drum accents, you can hit it pretty much anywhere, especially with those bass drum accents. Like if you can hit the crash and your bass drum accent at the same time, it just gives it a little bit more punch and a little bit more beef. So the next one I want to talk about is just single stroke rolls. A lot of people discount the single stroke because it's not hard. It doesn't require quite as much finesse to do it early on. Now, to do it later on, you know, to do it faster and to do it cleanly, that does take some finesse. So with the single stroke, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just right, left, right, left, right, left. And I like to throw some accents in on my single strokes, but it basically, on paper, sounds like this. So as you can tell, you can do it at a lot of different speeds. One of the biggest things I say to practice for my students is single stroke rolls. They're very useful later on down the road. And so now I'm going to show you an example of that. And I'll do the same thing with the bass drum accents, and I'll show you that as well from the overhead view, where I can accent the right hand and the bass drum at the same time. Gives a little bit more smack, gives a little bit more presence as you go around the kit. And you can do these not just on the snare drum. And like I did in the last segment, I'll show you kind of how I work that into a groove as well. So the last one I wanted to talk about is the 6-stroke roll. The 6-stroke roll sounds kind of similar to the paradiddle-diddle, but it's a little bit different sticking. It would be right, left, left, right, right, left. And that's a swung feel, meaning it's got swing to it. So you wouldn't play it as a single stroke. It would be more of a fast roll. So I'm going to show you the overhead view of that, kind of break that up along the kit. And that'll pretty much be it for today. I just wanted to throw those couple cool fills at you. So thanks so much for watching today. I hope that was enjoyable for you. A little bit more advanced, like I said at the beginning of the video. So if you need something a little bit more slower paced, I do have other videos where we start from the very basics. It's actually called the Drumming Basics. They're all here on my YouTube channel. So and also on my Instagram, and I try to post them to Facebook as well. So if you want to, you can follow there. The easiest way to find the whole collection there together would be my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll be sure to post as much as I can, however long I can. Thank you.